Hi, guys. Well, this morning, Don and I were startled awake by this terrifying noise at 4 a.m. It was our fire alarm going off. And you know how the siren goes and goes and goes, it's so loud? Well, accompanied with that was this man's voice shouting at us, fire, fire, fire. So Don immediately got it out of bed to go check out the house. He went room by room to make sure that we were safe. And when he came back, I was still half asleep, but I said, "Are we okay? Is our house on fire?" And he's like, "No, it's all good." So he got back in bed and we were just about asleep when again the fire alarm went off. So poor Don, he got up again, went to check each room, and what he discovered is that in one of the bedrooms the smoke detector was faulty. So he ripped that thing out of the ceiling and got back in our room so we could try to get a few more hours of sleep. So hours later, when I was actually more in my right mind, I decided to ask God about it because I realized that there's something. He's everywhere, He's in everything. And I'm sure there is something He wanted me to know. So when I was having this conversation with God, though, I wasn't here in my secret place. I was actually in the shower. And yeah, we can talk to God. He is God and He can talk to us whenever or wherever He wants. I mean, it's all we have to do is just simply be present with Him to hear. So as I'm in the shower and the water's pouring down on me and I'm asking Him what He wants me to know, I was reminded that Aaron and we had just finished recording episode 11 of our Simply As podcast where we're talking about fear. And so I was reminded of a verse that I had just been talking about in the episode from 1 Peter 5:8. And because I know that God's word is so very alive and very active, I asked Him to help me put the two together. So 1 Peter 5:8 says this. It says, "Stay alert, watch out for your great enemy, the devil. He prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." So I just started to think, and I know that this was from God. Just like fire alarms warn us of potential danger, God was trying to get my attention to let me know that He does the same thing. He says, "Sue, I'm trying to warn you, be on alert. The enemy is ready to take you down, especially in this area of fear." So, guess what? We have fire alarms inside our bodies, and they're called negative emotions. And a lot of time when we have a negative emotion, we think it's bad. But could it be that God created those negative emotions to get our attention, to help us be alert to the fact that something is going on, that the enemy is actually trying to get us to believe lies about ourselves and lies about God? And so these negative emotions, they're actually screaming at us, shouting at us to be aware, like fire, fire, fire. The enemy is shooting these flaming arrows. So in order to dodge them, we need to run to Jesus instead. He is our way out. So He is alone is the one who can truly save us from those fiery arrows of lies that the enemy is trying to get us to believe. So when we choose to run to Jesus and tell Him our truth about our fears, like confess that we are believing these fears stronger than we're believing Him, He can transform our way of thinking by depositing those truths into our hearts and into our minds. So, the next time you feel fear or shame or guilt or anger, there is no need to panic. It is simply a warning from God to run to His Son Jesus so that He can go room by room with us in our hearts and in our minds and clear out any flaming arrows that Satan is tempting us to believe. And when it's all over, you guys, we're going to still be standing. So I encourage you today to start your day like I was taught to start mine, by simply asking God two questions. Jesus, what are the schemes the enemy will try to shoot at me today? And then more importantly, what is the truth you want me to know?